The moment Shinu spoke about Dylan Wang, fans were not expecting another carefully worded celebrity answer. They were expecting the truth about what she really thinks of the man, who has remained one of the most talked about people in her career since they starred together in Meteor Garden. And that is exactly why her words have attracted so much attention. Shinu and Dylan Wang first became closely associated after playing Dong Shansai and Dao Mingsai in the 2018 Chinese adaptation of Meteor Garden. Their on-screen chemistry quickly became one of the biggest talking points surrounding the drama, and their friendship continued to attract attention long after filming ended. But in 2026, their relationship has entered a much more complicated chapter. Recent events surrounding the in 2026 brought the two names back into the center of public discussion, after an on-screen joke involving Dylan Wang caused controversy. Shinu later apologized and explained that her intention had not been to insult him, while Wang publicly acknowledged that he had felt uncomfortable at the time. That background is important, because it changes the way fans hear every new statement connected to the pair. For years, fans have looked at Shinu and Dylan Wang through the lens of their youthful Meteor Garden days. They remember the playful interviews, behind-the-scenes moments, performances, and the natural familiarity between two actors, who became friends while working on a project that changed both of their careers. So when Shinu speaks honestly about Dylan, people listen. What has surprised many viewers is that her comments are not simply about their famous on-screen chemistry. Instead, they reveal something more human. The relationship between two people who have known each other for years can be complicated, imperfect, and still meaningful. That is perhaps the biggest reason fans have been left speechless. The internet often wants celebrity relationships to fit into simple categories: friends, enemies, lovers, former friends, secret partners. But Shinu's situation with Dylan Wang does not necessarily fit neatly into any of those labels. They became friends through work, shared an enormous amount of public attention, and spent years being connected in the eyes of fans. That history cannot simply disappear because one awkward moment happened on television. And Shinu's response after the recent controversy demonstrated something many people did not expect. She was willing to admit that something had gone wrong. Rather than pretending nothing had happened, she apologized and clarified her intentions. Reports from Chinese-language entertainment media described the controversy as growing after the program's award segment, with Shinu subsequently apologizing to Wang. For fans, that honesty was powerful. It suggested that whatever their current relationship looks like privately, Shinu was not interested in rewriting the past or pretending that misunderstandings never happen between friends. And perhaps this is the confession fans have really been waiting to understand. Dylan Wang was not simply another actor who happened to share a drama with Shinu. He was part of an important period of her life. That distinction matters. When two young actors become famous together, audiences sometimes forget that they are watching real people grow older, change careers, develop different personalities, and experience life away from the cameras. Shinu has continued building her career long after Meteor Garden, while Dylan Wang has gone on to establish himself through major projects, including Love Between Fairy and Devil, Guardians of the Dafeng, and the 2026 crime drama Light to the Night. Their professional paths have changed considerably. Yet fans still return to the beginning. They remember the two young stars who once stood together as Dao Mingsai and Shansai. They remember the chemistry that made viewers believe their characters were connected by something special. And they continue to examine every interaction between Shinu and Dylan Wang for clues about what remains beneath the surface. That is why even a simple comment can become a major online discussion. There is also another side to Shinu's honesty that deserves attention. She has increasingly faced the reality that anything she says about Dylan can be interpreted through the expectations of millions of fans. A joke can become a controversy. A friendly interaction can become relationship speculation. Silence can be interpreted as anger. And an apology can be interpreted as proof that something much bigger happened behind the scenes. The recent controversy demonstrated exactly how quickly that cycle can happen. Some reports even claimed that the pair had removed each other from WeChat, although those claims were not confirmed by either actor. That distinction is important. Fans may have theories, but theories are not the same thing as confirmed facts. What is confirmed is that Shinu publicly apologized after Dylan expressed that he was uncomfortable, and that the incident generated significant discussion around their long friendship. And perhaps that is what makes Shinu's honest attitude more meaningful. She did not need to turn the situation into a dramatic story. She simply acknowledged the uncomfortable moment and took responsibility for her part in it. For people who have followed Shinu for years, that may be more revealing than any romantic confession could ever be. Because sometimes caring about someone does not mean everything between you remains perfect. Sometimes friendship means being able to admit when something went wrong. Sometimes history means remembering the good moments even when the present becomes complicated. And sometimes the most honest thing a person can say about someone from their past is not that everything is perfect, but that the person mattered. That is why fans are still discussing Shinu and Dylan Wang. The fascination is not only about whether they will work together again, or whether their famous chemistry could ever return to the screen. It is about the history they share and the uncertainty surrounding where that history stands today. There are fans who continue to hope for another collaboration. There are others who believe the recent controversy changed their friendship permanently. And there are those who simply want both actors to move forward without being forced to perform a particular relationship for the public. Perhaps that last group understands the situation best. Shinu and Dylan Wang are no longer the two young actors from 2018. They have grown. Their careers have evolved. Their lives have changed. And their friendship, whatever form it takes today, belongs to them more than it belongs to the audience. The most important part of Shinu's honest confession may therefore not be a hidden romantic message or confirmation of a secret relationship. It may simply be the reminder that Dylan Wang has been an important person in a significant chapter of her life. And that is enough to make fans emotional. Because after years of watching them together, many viewers are finally realizing that the real story was never just about Dao Mingxi and Shansai. It was about Shinu and Dylan Wang growing up under an extraordinary amount of public attention and learning, like everyone else, that even meaningful friendships can change. For now, fans will continue watching their next moves. But one thing is clear, whenever Shinu says Dylan Wang's name, people are going to listen. Not because every word must contain a secret, but because their history is real, complicated and impossible to separate completely from the story that made millions of viewers fall in love with Meteor Garden in the first place. And perhaps that is why this latest moment has left so many fans speechless.